All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Kappa Season 4 group stages. We are here with Mineski versus Geek Fam in a 2-game series, and really what is a must-win for Geek Fam here to move on into the playoffs. Thank you so much for joining us here for this Group A matchup. My name is Mutt. Joining me today is Trent Pax on moonducktv. Trent, how the hell are you?
I'm feeling pretty good.
That's right.
The morning, our typical early start. We're back, baby, and we get ourselves a fantastic matchup. Honestly, it's Mineski. It's Geek Fam. Looking forward to seeing these guys go at it.
Yeah, I mean, two very good teams. Mineski obviously having a lot of success in this tournament so far. And we'll talk about them in a second, but Geek Fam has actually lost a fair number of games. In fact, they've been 2-0'd by two different teams, not only by High Ground, but by Warriors Gaming Youth as well. So the only way Geek Fam are able to perhaps get a playoff spot, which is a top 2 spot, is if they're able to 2-0 Mineski here, and then the next game they play is Execration a little bit later on today, which they also need to 2-0 in order to actually be able to get a spot. Because right now, High Ground is sitting at 8 points, which is the highest, and no one's really going to be able to get to that, except for Mineski if they 2-0 here, in which case they'll tie with High Ground. But if we have a 2-0 from Geek Fam, they'll get 3 points, and then they need to win at least 2 more. Yeah, they'll need to win the series in order to die, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. There's a lot of scenarios that could play out here momentarily, but wanted to keep everybody informed. Anyway, Trent.
No, that's good. That's good. So let's see then. That Warriors Gaming Youth series, that is interesting though. The fact they went down on them 2-0, pretty brutal. That does definitely hurt their chances. Certainly considered one of the weaker teams. I mean, not a terrible team, of course, but just someone who you're not really expecting to go too far. I mean, Mineski 2-0'd them, so that was, I would say, a little bit more expected. But Mineski certainly having their own share of troubles lately. They went the 1-1 against High Ground last time they played. They got 2-0'd by Mongols the other day in Infinity Sky League. They went 1-1 with Execration. So not exactly the amazing performances one would expect for a roster that got quite a bit of hype.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely correct. There are relatively new teams between High Ground, between Mineski, even Geek Fam is kind of new to a certain extent. They've been playing since the qualifiers and before that. So there are some expectations perhaps that they need to live up to here as the team that they currently are for Mineski. Let's be honest, if Mineski doesn't win one of these games, I think you and I would probably be pretty shocked. If they got 2-0'd here by Geek Fam, I think that would be a big upset, all things considered, Trent.
Yeah. But I would agree. I'm thinking like a 1-1 is the way I expect the series to go, honestly.
Yeah, that sounds right, to be honest with you.
Because, like, I know Geek Fam pretty well. Most of their players, I feel like they can do it. They got the Raji Slardar. That definitely helps give me some choices.
Yeah. That is, Geek Fam will start out with the Slaughter Lifestealer pickup. Mineski will go for the Magnus again. They did this the other day. They had the Spectre in that first game against, I think it was WG Youth, or it might have been High Ground. I can't remember. But they played against a team recently, and they were able to get this Magnus. They went for the Spectre, which I thought was a very good idea, and it actually worked out. And they won the game in like 40 minutes, but it was pretty much over before that. So Mineski, it was against High Ground, actually.
It was High Ground, yeah. So it was that very familiar-looking strategy that we saw like IG doing a lot.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And now the question is, what do they pick up next? Well, like any good Magnus partner, Jug is always going to be there. Until he gets banned out by Geek Fam. He is taken away completely. He says, nope, I don't think so. Pick something else, which is to be expected. And we'll see what they decide to pick up as their Magnus and Power buddy.
Yeah, typically Ember, I guess, would probably be the other ban. I think they already have the Earth Spirit, who's one of the better controllers. And then you get the Magnus and Power. That's pretty strong. Not exactly a foreign hero to Mineski as well. So seems to be the most logical one. Other than that, you could start looking towards more of those like just high armor heroes, or at least a support that can help out. Like they've gone the Dazzle. That was the old classic, right? They're no stranger to that hero as well. So Geek Fam might feel like banning that out, but again, it can be difficult for Dazzle to really get in position to save someone from the Slider Lifestealer bomb, especially when it's at its most effective. As by then you usually only have like 1 or 2 levels engrave at 10 minutes.
And that Dazzle ends up getting blown away half the time. If he ever gets caught by that Infest Bomb, it's pretty much over. With Crush and the Infest damage, and then a couple right clicks from Lifestealer with Armlet, your Dazzle is just not tanky enough to deal with that damage. So, something to keep in mind. But the Troll ban coming out, another good ban, as Magnus is, of course, He's got that Empower, and Troll's another one of those heroes that really relies on that Empower.
Yeah, so they'll leave the other life stealer counter in, at least in the Ursa, and that's a great ban, the Axe. That's what Geek Fan played last time when they were doing Slider life stealer, as well as just being a very solid controlling hero for like your Ember Spirits or something like that. But another wise maneuvers, they snag up the Dazzle. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they make sure they take it away from Mineski if Mineski wanted to go for that fact. And because the Axe is banned, they're not as afraid anymore. With Culling Blade now out of the game, Dazzle has some free reign to get some good graves off. But now, Winter Wyvern will come through. Winter's Curse, very good ability against some of these heroes. And, well, yeah, that's
so funny. Geek Fam haven't played Dazzle in the last 20 games. That is definitely the block pick.
That's block picking it, like, just never play this hero. Okay, guys, well, how do you feel about picking Dazzle? Well, it'll work. And they think it's going to be fine. But
he's got a great couple set of buttons here. Pretty easy hero. I think PPD would always talk about how easy it was to play Dazzle. Just don't fuck up. It's pretty much all it is, right? All you gotta do is be there to press W.
Yeah, that's it.
That is the hero.
That is the hero. Occasionally throw down a weave on the ground, but let's be honest here. The hero, Grave. Grave is important. And with the heroes they have, they're all very tanky. It should be very easy to get these graves off if necessary. The Doom is something that we don't see too often, especially against something like a Magnus. So getting a Doom on said Magnus is going to be a very important aspect for this game for Geek Fam. This is Doom is a very CIS-centric hero, I think. We've talked about it a lot, but in SEA, we haven't seen much of it at all. Too. Yeah, China as well, but we haven't seen any of this hero in Doom. But guess what we have seen, Trent? Guess what we've seen?
I just assume he gets banned, you know? I just don't even look anymore.
Honestly, I think everybody does.
First game of the day, and then all we talk about the rest of the day is Alchemist.
Oh, it's Alchemist. Woo! He got picked again. Wow, he's going crazy.
We had some horrible games.
Dude, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close with this Alchemist hero. And I got to be honest with you, I've got a pretty good feeling that even with these picks, Alchemist can flourish for Mineski. So,
yeah, I'm not exactly Doom, not the earliest lane ganker. I mean, he can be, but he needs a lot of help. I think you need like an Earth Spirit. I don't know if Slider is going to be enough. Like their gap close is going to be pretty weak. Early on, they're definitely lacking a. I think you need a mid initiator too. I don't think they can get away with like a hard carry. And what are you gonna do? Wait for this Doom blink? It slows you down so much as the hero.
We'll get there eventually, guys. No, but that actually sounds right.
We'll see. I mean, they might have to rush blink on this Doom.
Do you think OD was a good choice there? Just like to set things up, get things going for Geek Fam.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's freaking Alchemist, man. Like, I guess they're gonna just. It just puts more pressure onto Raji, and I know he gets his blink daggers at earlier timings. It's so nice to have like that offlaner who tends to get it maybe a little faster than the Slider because they always whip it out at like 16 minutes or something, and that's an Alchemist. Like that's why I say you need a spellcast initiator this game because how are they gonna kill this Al? By the time you have a blink on Slider and you didn't kill Alk, you probably lost.
Lena then, perhaps.
For Geek Fam, I think you need like a blinker, like a puckish kind of hero. I don't know.
Yeah, puck swap maybe, something like that. Yeah, I actually like puck a lot.
Like they have decent 5-man sustain too, right? Because like the Doom Auras and the Dazzle. So if they got a really good tower pusher for Geek Fam, as you said,
that's also why I was thinking Shadow Fiend too. Yeah,
that would be acceptable. Mineski, position 1 hero, could go for. I think Sven's actually still okay.
Spectre, Sven. Do you think actually Spectre is a little bit maybe a little too greedy perhaps against this lineup that Geek Fam have, and especially with that Doom in the game too? You said Sven though, I believe, which is
I mean that's kind of a not super common hero, but I think it would still be decently strong. I think Ember's still strong. Just safe lane him.
Yeah. I wish more people. You talked about it yesterday, and I wish more teams picked it up. To be honest with you, I think it's a very good hero still in that safe lane. So I don't know. We'll see. They've got 52
They still
seconds.
have PA, who's the other big Magnus hero. So if he doesn't get doomed, works out pretty well. But not exactly the best Alk partner, I don't think.
I think
you'd rather fight a little earlier.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Alk's going to be greedy. You're going to be greedy. You don't want to be able to. I mean, maybe you can get an early Desolator and start fighting, but we'll see if that's actually going to be the case. What other hero is there? They could do AM and they could be really greedy and start splitting up the map and just like not taking fights at all. They might lose all their towers, especially if there's like that tower pusher like you said. But it's Luna and Seb, which I think is actually a perfect hero. Again, it doesn't benefit the most from Empower because of the glaives. but very good for fighting early on into the game. I think this is actually a great pick, honestly, despite the fact that there's no melee heroes really besides Alk to use this in power.
Yeah, I would not have expected that.
Yeah.
That is not a hero I would have looked towards in this case.
It's pretty nifty, man. I gotta say, I'm a fan of it. I am a fan of it. By the way, guys, just real quick before we get into this last pick, if you missed some of the Kappa VODs, don't fret. They're over on the Moonduck YouTube page. moonducktv is our username over on YouTube, so definitely check that out. But our last pick is going to be coming out here for Geek Fam, coming out for Trent, and, well, 8 seconds left in reserve time. It's the Invoker.
Okay.
All right.
A lot of team fight. I guess with the Luna, that's nice. So definitely going to be delayed initiation, but at least this gives him some good late game. I don't know. I just have such a hard time counting out Alk at this point.
I know, man. Like, if Mineski were to lose this game with an Alchemist, I'd be, I don't want to say shocked or surprised, but it's going to have to take a lot of work from Geek Fam. And Geek Fam, again, we've talked about it recently. They have been struggling. They have no points here in Kappa Season 4. They need a win desperately. This loss will essentially put them out of the running because Mineski will then go up to 6 points at least. So they need a win here. It's a must-win for Geek Fam. Mineski, a win here would I think almost cement themselves surely a top 2 spot. At least they'd get close to that point. But well, Trent, I think we've talked about it. You know, Alchemist is there. Geek Fam have what they. Well, let me get your thoughts on the Invoker pick though, and what it's doing. It's not quite that initiator. It's not quite that tower pusher. It's perhaps got a bit of both.
Yeah. I think it's if Raji in his typical fashion can get the Blink Dagger early, it does mean that they're gonna have a ton of damage with their combo, right? Because now you have the Global Sunstrike, so as long as that trio works together, they're gonna be very strong. He does work with someone like Doom. Like Doom actually can have a pretty long initiation range in the mid lane if he just has like the slightest setup. So I think if you like Cold Snap into Mud Golem, and then with the burn going around him, then you know, you start taking some of those damage instances in. I think you can definitely gank mid.
Yeah.
Fairly well, just with the help of Scorched Earth. So
perfect. We get the pause, which allows myself to fix my. Oh, it was already at 2. Oh, that's nifty. Hopefully my edge pan isn't on like it has been the past freaking like 2 weeks because Annie. No offense to her. She's
wait, you don't turn on edge pan
for casting? No, absolutely.
Oh,
not.
I guess when you're doing camera, yeah.
All right, listen. All right. Annie and Andrew, they're great casters, obviously, fantastic, have good camera work, but let me put it this way. They're not of a kind caliber when it comes to an observer. And I know I trust myself completely in this regard. They need to take some lessons from good old Papa Mont. Well, actually, Papa JJ is probably a better person to take it from, but just listen, Trent. I got this camera work on lockdown. Although I do miss a lot of kills recently. I don't know why either. It's just been it's been a rough couple days.
Oh, you goon.
You goober. All right, well, are you in showcase mode like I am?
No, I was just checking out some items. Doom's got the right idea, I think. I mean, Luna, obviously. Luna tri-lane's not very fun to be up against as most off-laners. Ooh, Winter Wyvern's TPing down bottom. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought maybe that was the potential setup for an aggro, but
yeah. Just getting the word out now instead. Well, we're taking a look at some of these items. You talked about Doom, Iron Talon. He's ready to go. Mushi picks up the Ring of Protection, so he'll head top as the safe laner. I'm excited for the Mushi Luna. Mushi, one of the, I think, best core players in all of Southeast Asia. Nobody can really dispute that. But he's got some work to do in this game. Velo, they tried rolling Boulder out with AU. He couldn't quite make it, so now he's going to get caught. Teehee. Exhort will give him some good base damage and auto attack damage. They have the Sunstrike. Velo trying to come in, but he's only got Devour, so I don't really know how much they're actually going to do. However, Raji's here with the Slithering Crush. He can't quite get it in time as AU is able to get down to the low ground, thankfully. A very close call, but he gets himself away. And he also gets, I like this ward placement, man. I really like this a lot. Like, you get vision over these locations.
Yeah, you know Doom's going to be here, right? You have a Luna tri-lane. Well, it'll be mostly a dual lane once Earth Spirit starts rotating, but obviously very strong. You get stunned up. They have some decent slow and damage from the Winter Wyvern, so he probably thinks one of these might be blocked too. So he's just going to maybe start at this camp. We'll see. Maybe he'll check it, but just with him rotating on and around there, like maybe getting there a little bit late, you're not sure if there are wards there.
Right. Yeah, that's something they'll have to consider and think about. Looks like it's going to be 2 apiece in terms of bounty runes. No aggressive place. Go and deny or take any. If you really want to do that as either team in this game. Try to do something too crazy. But it is going to be the offline Magnus for KYXY with a poor mid shield. And thankfully, he does have that. Again, it's the laning items. I guess the Dazzle Starter. So, I mean, it's not like he should be okay. But we'll wait and see if that's the case. Meanwhile, Velo is just like, I am not going where that ward is. That's not fun. AU, listen, you're on your own, buddy. Get your experience anywhere else.
That is smart, though. He did block off that camp, and then he'll come and start hunting for the Doom, or potentially even a courier if he gets very lucky, but he knows that the odds of that aren't too high.
He got the Seder Tormentor, the Unholy Aura. Pretty good for a Jungle Doom start. It's one of the better... Oh, Rolling Boulder mid. Looks like he's able to sidestep it and void it, so AU just doing the drive-by. Hey, what's up? See you later. All right. Enjoy. But
yeah, it's kind of random. Doesn't really benefit you too much. I mean, you have an Alk with nothing but Greevil's Greed, so kind of funny.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. But again, how do you feel about the Seder Tormentor from Velo on the Doom?
The only problem is the mana it uses. Like, oh, this is nice. Look at this stack. It's like one of the best stacks you can get if you have this skill. So
yeah,
you take either this or the Tornado, and you're pretty happy as an early game Doom.
I mean, could you imagine you have Scorched Earth here too? If you really wanted to use it, maybe just bring this down a little bit easier. He's very tanky. He's got the Unholy Aura. He has the Tango helping him regen. This is a great stack, and this Doom is going to get a lot out of this, hopefully.
Yeah, that mana is so
brutal.
Oh,
God, I was not expecting KYXY to get dove under the tower bottom lane. See, there it is again, man.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess this is to be expected, right? This is Doom's just like laughing. He's like, aha! Yeah, you fell for the laning trap. Welcome back to jungling. Yeah, 2 heroes in lane. Somewhat scary. 3 heroes in lane. Pretty terrifying, so... KYXY not having a good time. But he's got his poor man's shields. He does not have anything else. He does not have money for a Quelling Blade, so...
He's got a while away before he can start getting some experience. I mean, he's not even 2 yet. Dining Runes have been taken.
Oh, that is rough, and he has Skewer.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this was going to go well, but they're going to make a setup again here. Wrap around, Raji's nearby, Southern Crush is ready to go. But it looks like they're just going to harass KYXY to lane. Yeah. Skewer back into the tower coming in. Southern Crush comes through. Is it enough tower hits? I don't think so. Raji will take a fair bit of damage and have pretty much no regen. That was a very cool play from KYXY. If AU's there, they get the kill.
Yeah, that was very close. He's coming in. He's going to be level 2 in a moment here as well, so... Any sort of another setup like that, maybe having the kick might be enough. Top lane there, starting to bring the pain on the tower, but geez, Mushi, speaking of tower pain, tanks like 4 shots.
Hits, yeah.
But it's got salve. It's fine.
Yeah, let me tell you, man. Me missing that first blood is karmic payback for all the shit I just said. It's not great. By the way, I just want everybody to know that was a joke. Because, you know, Annie or Andrew somehow, you know, by chance watch this VOD.
They don't watch this.
You know I love you guys.
Don't worry. They don't know what we're doing. They let us... We're free at night, bot.
Yeah, we can just be ourselves. Be yourself. That's pretty much what it is. Well, I'm glad to be here with you, Trent. And although I missed first blood, there is still a 1-0 advantage for Geek Fam. I actually kind of want to see Geek Fam take this game just so the stakes are a bit higher for Game 2. But again, there is an Alchemist, Mineski. I want to see some good play as well. So hopefully we can get a bit of both in terms of that. But anyway, 23 last hits
well,
for
they start doing something against him, right? They start looking, roaming for this Alchemist. Like, where the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
But he had just cleared out the camp, gone, didn't even get the experience stolen. Wyvern?
Boogie is in
maybe?
some trouble. No Cold Embrace. Slithering Crush with the Infernal Blade. Scorched Earth. Yeah, rough. Cold Embrace actually does come out. I don't know. This is still troublesome. I think he's still dead here. Couple more auto attacks. Slithering Crush will come through and... Oh, no. Dive for it. Uh-oh. The Lucid Beam coming out now. The Splinter Blast is there. Finally look at the kill, but Raji's so low in HP, but the Ice Armor comes through. And Mushi's like, you've got to be kidding. That Ice Armor from the Ogre Frost Mage wasn't there. Well, they will find Velo potentially. Lucid Beam helps at least get the turnaround kill. So Ninja Boogie's like, you know what? It could have been so much worse. So pretty solid play.
That's a worth.
Yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
That's frustrating.
All right, Ninja Boogie, I see you. It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Nice. The secondary juke as well in the tree line was also pretty good.
Pretty nifty, yeah. I thought for a moment he was going to make it out completely. I was like, no, that shouldn't happen. Almost did.
KYXY is like, did I see a slider at top? I am in. Let me get
Farm,
back in this lane.
Yes. No boots. Don't need it.
Oh, it's gone. Oh no. All right, back I go.
Well, there's no farm here, so that's great. Now,
Meanwhile,
Arctic Burn top lane, Mushi. There's the Scorched Earth to come out, so Velo taking some harass, but again, he has the Ice Armor along with the Scorched Earth. Mushi taking a fair bit of damage. They'll give him a shared tank, which he desperately needs. Desperately needing farm is what Alk has, and when he needs it, he's up to level 5 now, and he's still doing pretty well. Top of the net worth, which is to be expected at this point. Meanwhile, Southern Crush, Raji's found AU. He has Rolling Boulder. Boulder Smash comes out. Rolling Boulder actually into Raji. Alk is like, you're on your own, buddy. Oh, that tree block was dirty. Oh, AU, you Bob Rossed him. There's going to be the Lacry to come out. See, Sunstrike, Cold Snap misses. Southern Crush comes through, and he's just trying to juke as much as he can, and he almost successfully gets away as the Rolling Boulder just came back off cooldown. So close, but Raji...
How depressing. You go for the Bob Ross play, and you don't even get the survival.
Dude, I mean, he was so screwed once that Invoker roomed up there.
Oh, yeah, he really was. Oh, now Raji might even find himself a, yep.
Give me that. Give me that Battering. Your Arctic Burn doesn't do anything to me. Haha, I'm out of here.
Man, if they're going to win this game, it really is on Raji to me. Like, he needs this Blink Dagger so bad.
500 gold
and everyone else just
pulls.
gets their items.
I mean, if they could start getting some tower pressure, it would be perfect. And Fest Bomb's obviously the biggest thing for him. So we're in kind of an interesting position for Geek Fam. They're not doing poorly. Alk is still getting farm, but they've shut down the Magnus rather well. And so too AU on that Earth Spirit. Top lane, potentially Velo. Doom comes out. Mushi gonna get chased down. They need a kill like this. Splinter Blast will go. The tree's being eaten. They just need 2 or 3 auto attacks. Sunstrike, they're not gonna hit it. Doom is still there. They might be able to get the deny off. Mushi trying to back up and get around, but yeah, Ninja Boogie is rough. Rough there, and Mushi going down. That is a huge solo pickup for Velo. That's absolutely gigantic. Wow. Raji in the jungle again with a double damage rune. AU's been spotted. Oh, he blocked the camp, I believe. I think Raji blocked that camp.
Oh, one of them did.
Yeah.
But they still get the stack off.
Yeah.
That's pretty hefty. They could think about trying to fight this with Doom, but again, he obviously just uses Doom.
Mushi just TP'd in too, so I don't know.
Oh, he just changed his item build. He was going to go drums.
Oh, God. Raji. Can they get the Dazzle out? They've used the solo Eclipse. He has Grave, no TP, though. That's the depressing part, and he can't even get it off. Mushi finds himself a double kill. So, Geek Fam, I understand they want to put pressure on this enemy jungle, but they get a bit ahead of themselves, and Alk is like, yes, thank you. I will help my team get kills. Absolutely. And Mushi finds himself a Wraith Band out of this. Not only with that, but the kill as well. All right, well.
I'm not feeling too hot right now, man.
Yeah, I mean, they were looking good momentarily. But it's going to get worse and worse as this game progresses. Once KYXY actually gets levels, he's getting even experience.
Midas on Lifestealer and Doom, so they're going to have a hard time still fighting into this Alchemist.
I mean, is that the right call in this game? I mean, we saw it a lot yesterday against Alchemists. There's that one very short time that you have before, like you said, it was like right around that Manta style for Doom, or for the Alchemist comes out. Is it the same sort of time in this game?
I think they'll still probably hit that timing. I mean, what's the point of having an armlet on Sionix right now if there's no blink on your Slardar? Like, are you really going to fight that often without the blink and everything, the initiations? So the Midas is just going to help propel you to that third item a little bit faster.
Ninja Boogie about to be scouted out. He'll use the Arctic Burn, but the Slithering Crush will come through. They have level 2 Shadow Wave coming out. Here comes the Doom as well. And so Ninja Boogie, even with the Cold Embrace, I don't think you're going to live here, buddy. So he'll find himself a kill again, and the Midas is going to be there. We mentioned previously, the Invoker Midas is done now. Doom Midas is very close to completion. Some aggression is still working out, but again, this Alk is still finding farm. This time he has rotated back towards the base a little bit, but he's still in the jungle. But his armlet is stunned, and he's keeping it. He's keeping his team in it right now. Oh, Mushi gonna go. They kill him.
He has no mana on Velo.
This is a tough dive. There's the Infernal Blade. The Slithering Crush comes out. The Sunstrike is there as well. Beautifully done. With one more auto attack, they'll find it. Velo finds himself the kill this time. Alchemist using the Chemical Rage, but he's too late to the party. We'll see if they can stop this push here. It's 23 seconds with Mushi on the sidelines. All right. That's a pretty big kill, man. That's a pretty huge kill.
Man, not too bad. Velo has his Midas going now, so
Velo's
up as well. Of course, the whole Doom Devour plus Midas is pretty crazy. You get very rich.
I don't know if this is a man fight you're going to win, Velo. You be careful, buddy. Tower shots are doing a lot of damage.
I wonder. I think there's some interesting options for Velo this game in terms of itemization. Like the standard stuff that we see, most Dooms go for now is like you get your Vlads, you get your drums, you know, get your Shivas. It's all just like pick and choose auras, right?
Right.
I wonder if that's still going to be enough. Like, are you going to be 5-manning enough that those auras are even worth it? Like, do you consider some greedier choices like that Blink Dagger, like the Radiance?
I think Blink is a great choice. I wouldn't mind seeing that this game.
Yeah, I think he'll probably go Vlad's Blink. We'll have to see.
He already has the Basilius, so something to keep in mind. We'll see if he goes for the Devour bonus goal. She should. Ninja Boogie, good. Arctic Burn, very good. TP coming out, and they don't have vision. It's a great TP. We'll leave this tower, but down bottom. Psyonix might be getting ganked here. AU as well as KYX have rotated, and I thought the Luna might come over, but decided not to. Armlets is not done yet for Lifesteal. As we had mentioned, that Midas came out first, so he's not quite at his peak in terms of this point in the game. All right, man.
And you can see top lane, too. This gets just, like, totally ditched, right? Like, Mushi, that's your standard stuff. You get dove at, like, 10 minutes like you did. You die. Tower goes down because they rotate enough heroes up top. But the beauty of Lifesteal and Juggernaut is that Psyonix still feels pretty comfortable down here. Like, Luna's been off the map for a long time. He doesn't know if Luna's, like, right here with a smoke and they're coming in. They're looking for, like, an RP play into Eclipse or something like that. But he still feels comfortable enough to keep farming underneath this tower, whereas a lot of other position ones, like the way Mushi had to, they end up, like, ditching their safe lane at this point.
Yeah. KYXY skewered back in. RP, not skilled up yet, mind you. He actually went, not the RP at level 6. He went for 2 Shockwave, 3 Empower, 1 Skewer, which I think is very interesting. I don't know if it would have done anything had he had the RP there, but I don't think it's a bad
I think
choice.
he knows that he just needs to, like, his Alex jungling and his Luna's jungling. Like,
just farm it up, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My RP's not going to do enough for me yet.
Yeah, I feel him. That's a good choice. So, Geek Fam, I believe, actually have a net worth advantage, and it's quite a big one, 4,000, and this is with an Alk on the enemy team. Yes, the Alk is top in net worth, but it's not by maybe the margin you would like it to be. He's working on his Relic right now, and he's starting to get some room to work with, but again, here's the aggression coming out. Velo, he's got his Doom back up. Shadowblade is going to be the option for him, which I also like a lot. Raji's still not at that Blink Dagger yet. They're going to head behind this tower potentially, but there's so many heroes here for Mineski that this dive would be questionable at best for Geek Fam. They are thinking about it.
Really wants to use this Eclipse, but no, Shadowblade's perfect. It's
great scans.
It fits very well up against like the kind of split pushy Alchemist kind of style. Makes it easy for you to get off your Dooms. Helps with initiations as well for like the Lifestealer. It's like a better form of Blink. And as you're saying, that net worth, not what you expect in terms of an Alchemist game, but I mean, Lifestealer hasn't been pressured at all. Doom is, well, Doom. He just gets an unbelievable amount of money.
Yes.
And their net worth is definitely inflated in a sense right now, though, that, like, if I was the Dire, like, if I look at this team, I'm not too scared of fighting into them.
I gotta say, this ward has done so much work. They just roamed into the enemy jungle, dropped a ward down, and then came back and thought about going mid. So they know that there is some vision here for the Radiant team. They used a sentry up on the high ground and also towards these trees. But in fact, the ward is here. And it's done a great job scouting out the movements for the Dire team. So a lot of telegraphed play. No smokes were used to move around and find these kills.
Oh, there's our armlet.
Yeah, it's ready now.
Let's go.
Yeah, they should have a smoke ready.
And the Shadowblade. Wow, this is the timing.
It is perfect timing. They won't be scouted out by the ward. He will take the tier 1 tower. Bimbo needs to run. They have the Doom. They're instead going to go into Ninja Boogie. He is about to fall. They're still chasing on the upper side. They get the Doom off. The Slither Crush is there. The Infernal Blade is up as well. They might be able to deny him. Can they get one more auto attack to get this kill? They do get the denial from Mushi, which is huge. It's still him going to be down for 40 seconds, and you're almost like, that's fine. You don't really care if you're Geek Fam as long as you kill him. It's one of the most important things.
Yeah, still slows down his Radiance. Really would have liked the kill, though. So, you know, good deny by Mushi, but...
Ooh, they see this. Yeah, that sentry on the low ground. Nice place.
Can we finally have a team please beat Alchemist?
Dude,
that
it's
would be
looking...
fantastic.
Geek Fam are... If there is a team to do it, it's probably going to be this team right here. Doom, Shadowblade, Teehee's now getting up to his Aghanim Scepter. And I mean, Invoker, he just wants to farm and get that Ag early on. And when he has that, he fights so well. So maybe this timing is going to be for them. The Radiance is not there yet. I mean, at this point, you would love to have your Radiance completed for the Alchemist, and it's just not been that type of game for him. Trent, we might be seeing it. We might be witnessing history.
I think it is SCA Kappa history. I'm looking through right now, and I don't think we've had an Alchemist lose yet this tournament.
Yeah, that's
I
same
guess
with
you could
Meepo.
just literally look at the picks. Hey.
Ooh, look at that second.
Air Knight, genius.
All right, well, Relic will come out for Bimbo, and Raji's just coming in and leeching the experience. He's pretty close to his Blink Dagger. I mean, this Dazzle is bottom. He needs to be careful. He's going Medallion, by the way, which is great.
Alk is 5-0 so far in SCA Kappa this season.
Yeah. I mean, it is history for
Don't hate us, guys. I mean, this is why we just assume Elk. You know, I look at the draft, I say Mineski have won.
Yeah, that's Mineski 4th picked out. Good game. But this kind of feels like more of a. I feel like a lot of the alchemies that have happened, there's just absolutely been no way to respond to it. In this game, I think they've done a good job with the picks that they've kept it relatively close. Again, though, it's still early and ratings is about to come out. And then you're like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah, done now. Yeah, I'm surprised. I think Bimbo seems to be a little underfarmed compared to most of the alchemists we've seen. And he wasn't pressured that hard, honestly.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe just like not getting stacks from supports, bad luck jungle camps, those kind of deals. But
I mean, here's where the game turns on its heels. KYXY picked up a Blink Dagger, and we know what that can do.
Yeah, with the Radiance too, it's just now it's their turn to smoke. Gonna be pretty difficult to find with those key targets. Like Teehee is not exactly the easiest guy to find in lockdown. Mostly just like Raji running around showing himself.
Yeah, this is. I think if Geek Fam can weather this storm, this onslaught, maybe only lose 1 or 2 if they get smoked on and RP'd, they'll be in a very good position. But
they're really late showing up to this tower, and look at that ward just scaring them out again.
Will they make the defense is the question. The blink for the Slaughter does come out at the same time, but it doesn't look like anybody is making this rotation bottom. I think they might just give this away to Mushi. The Glyph will come out. They'll TP up top at least 1 or 2.
They're in Roche.
Yeah, this is actually the trade that you want to have. Corrosive Haze, you have the Invoker in there with his auto attack damage, the Life Stealer, and I don't think that this is going to be contested at all. It's the perfect time to do this. They do take the tier 1 tower bottom for Mushi, but again, the scan is up. However, too little too late, I believe. They are chasing after Bimbo. A couple of TPs coming in. Invis up to Velo doing a great job scouting things out. Psionics will pick up the Aegis, and that'll be that. This will set on out. Velo, though, was looking for the Alchemist. Did take some Radiance burn damage by shadowing him, but that's a perfect play there, Trent. That's the best time for them to do that, given the circumstances.
Yeah, now they can smoke and get aggressive with the Aegis. They have decent tower push with the help of a Invoker with Alacrity. Either on himself or on the Lifestealer is totally fine. Even Doom doesn't have the worst right click. Feeling pretty good right now. All right, Alchemist. Could it happen? Could they bring it down? Now, if you're a dire side, Mushi, pretty poor. Obviously, it's difficult for Luna to get around and farm too much by herself. Enemy team's scary. Dazzler has his item too in the medallion, so these are all these standard things you would expect to come out from Geek Fam around this time if things were going well.
Yeah, but now the question is it time for their pressure with this Aegis? They need to get something going, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do with the Smoke of Deceit. But everybody is staying together from Mineski down bottom. There's a severe lack of vision here for this Radiant team, so they have absolutely no idea where the squads are. They'll drop finally an Observer Ward towards this this jungle, this regular side of the jungle. But I imagine they might just start pushing mid because they can't find anything here. This is a very dangerous point, though, as they have the Blink RP ready to go. So Geek Fam need to be very cautious.
Too, if they want to try and find a target. They seem to have an idea, obviously, that they're here.
Yeah, the circle's being drawn by Psionics, so. He's going SNY, by the way. I thought that's pretty interesting. The item's back, my friend.
Trying to fight early.
Velo's been scouted out. They have detection. They have no RP needed, really. So that's a huge kill, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, we always talk when we see, like, Faceless Void. That's, like, one of the bigger heroes. Or even Batrider, too. It's oftentimes about momentum. And that's why, like, especially Faceless Void, it's, like, I think the prime example. Like, you need, every time Chrono's up, you need, like, get active, use Chrono, get a kill, go back to farming and all that stuff. And that's what makes the hero difficult to utilize. Alchemist is like the exact opposite.
Oh,
in
is
that
he gonna go on
you have
this?
to punish nonstop, and it's
Sunstrike, RP comes out on it too beautifully. Shockwave, skewer back as well.
Oh, this
into that
curse.
ultimate Mushi, and they get off the Winter's Curse as well. And it is all going poorly. They will get the Infest into one of these dire creeps. But there are 3 dead heroes. Velo was not respawned at that point. He'll take control of the melee creep T. He's going to come in. Tornado comes out and misses wildly. I don't know if they go for this. Open Wounds. EMP is up as well. Unstable Concoction about to go. The Rage comes through. Good call to brace, though. Do they have the damage? There's the Shadow Blade. Meatball dropped down, and they're going to bring down. No, is he going to stay alive? One more auto attack. Velo gets the kill with the Infernal Blade, actually. So close. The Alchemist getting them dropped down. So they did lose 3 heroes. They defend their tier 1 tower, however, and they also will bring down this Alchemist, which is a giant kill for them. Ugh, man. I was looking really bad there for a moment for Geek Fam.
Yeah, started very well for Mineski, but pretty big pick off for them. Now they can get in position. There's no acid spray to help burn down the creeps or anything.
No
Just
RP
trying to use
either.
Winter Wyvern.
No RP, no Murder's Curse, no Eclipse. This is, I mean, you
KYX
got a lot of big ultimates.
He wants to do a blink skewer or something, like try and set it up with like a kick into a blink skewer.
So
I think
tough
that's what
to
they're
bring
thinking.
down. They have not the best push until the Invoker gets here. Jump in, Slithering Crush, they'll find Ninja Boogie. Skewer back comes in, Doom is up as well, and now they're going to have to weave off. Good Cold Embrace to keep him alive, but for how much longer? They have another Slithering Crush, they'll use it. That is a dead Ninja Boogie. Mushi coming in, they'll take the tier 2 tower. Geek Fam need to leave. AU's looking for some sort of initiation here. Get off the Unstable Concoction onto Bimbo. He actually took a bit of damage there for himself, but he's fine. And they'll turn it into a tier 2 tower for Geek Fam. They could have maybe gotten more. The Doom did come out onto the Magnus, but he was able to, that skewer was completed, so pretty big plays coming out from both sides, really.
Yep, still looking pretty good for Geek Fam. Still have the Aegis on Sionix, and looks like they're thinking about getting aggressive again here.
A minute or 2 minutes for this Aegis? It's a minute, right? I think.
For what? Sorry.
For the Aegis. Yeah, they have a minute
yes.
left.
It's like 40 seconds left.
Yeah. So, and with that, they're going to try to be aggressive top, but well, they got a couple of good kills out of it.
Wow, this is quite the smoke. Dazzle just pinged them.
He knows something is a miss, a muck, a miss, whatever you want to freaking say.
I like a muck. It sounds good.
Like
sounds
a Pokemon.
Grungy. Yeah. There's our Shiva's Guard. Another great fighting tool. Oh god, Luna is so underwhelming these scenarios. At least she has decent push, but like getting into a fight is Mushi right now.
They missed the Slithering Crush on the Bimbo. Jeez, so close. He just walks away. And that would have been a huge kill. Again, it's very tough to bring this Alchemist down. But tier 2 for tier 2 trade, and guess what? It's going to be favorable for Mineski's. They take it now.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
pretty nice, too. If you can do that when the other team head in Aegis, is a head just expired, you're pretty happy with that outcome.
I think they're going to try to set
all
themselves up here. Yeah, that's the issue.
Well,
they're going to try to now.
Like, you don't want TV to a shrine. So,
yeah, this is the perfect time to invis up for Velo and Raji. So it is a tier 2 trade. And you got to be surprised, though. Bottom lane, this tier 1 is still alive. It's actually giving them a lot of map control. It gives them a pretty good access point into the Radiant jungle and get some vision down. I won't say that much. There's the Manta style. We've not hit that point yet where Alk is out of control, impossible to deal with. I don't know if we're ever going to hit that point. But they got to get some work done here. Smoke will come out. The scan is there. AU about to get jumped on. Slithering Crush will come through. Infernal Blade, Shadow Wave, Boulder Smash. Good pushback. Shivas is up. Raji's still chasing, looking for Ninja Boogie. And he won't find him just yet. Blink is back up in 3, 2. But it looks like he will get out as they don't have any disable to stop him from TPing. Meanwhile, another TP completes. That's going to be KYXY. However, this should, I think, give some room to A, T, top lane, and B to be able to take this tier 1 tower down bottom. They really want this tower right now, I think.
Yeah, it is all still space for Mushi, though, who's doing his best to catch up. In fact, he's almost caught the lifesteal. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Certainly just comes down to them dodging at these fights, trading towers, things like that. Tornado will connect onto Luna, so they'll know Invoker was there, but he's gone.
Yeah, he's pieced out. No Blink Dagger just yet for the Invoker. He has picked up a Perseverance for perhaps what is a Lincoln Sphere. Maybe? What does he even do for you this game? Unstable Concoction and Lucid Beam?
This is pretty random.
What is this Perseverance for?
I mean, typically it's Refresher when it's an Invoker, but obviously that would be a very strange first item.
Yeah. That seems a little crazy. All right, tier 1 tower was taken bottom. Tier 2 tower getting pressured by Dazzle. They don't really care about that.
I guess he must be using it as a Lotus Orb too.
So the Crush infest out. He is very far behind enemy lines. SY, the Doom is there as well. Blown away. He gets the kill with the Meatball Deafening Blast combo. Winter's Curse will come out. Great Tornado to stop that Luna coming in. But the RP still comes through. The Eclipse is there. The Skewer back should be ready. The Grave is up on the Psionics. He'll auto-attack KYXY down. It's a 3-for-1 trade, and they're not done yet. Ninja Boogie about to fall. A triple kill for Psionics, and they'll get the last one as the Luna gets chopped down. Mushi's killing spree ended by Teehee. All 5 dead in the dirt. What a fight, especially taking that Alchemist down. Mineski get caught with their pants down towards that top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, and again, just such an important time to bring him down. Halfway through, the Octarine core could have been disastrous if he gets that finished out. And Roche is going to be back in 20 seconds, so we'll see what Teehee does here. Even plate mail seems a little weird, but I'm down. I guess one of the cool things about it is that if you have the Lotus Orb, then you can purge the Silence off yourself and also put it on your Life Stealer to help him for the Winter's Curse. But no, he's going Linken's.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, which seems extraordinarily weird.
I guess he just doesn't want to get. He put on his Life Stealer again, which is still pretty huge.
But what does it block?
The Winter's Curse is going to be important.
It's that, but just that though. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it is good stats
funny.
too. It is good stats for an Invoker. I think it's not.
Oh
a
yeah,
bad item.
for sure. Just. Typically, like, this looks like more like a BKB kind of a game before you're looking. It would be like a Blink BKB Invoker, but he's feeling the Linken's.
And sometimes you got that gut feeling. You might as well go for it. It might work out for him in the end. And he's had a great game so far. He's sitting currently at 2-0-7. So kills-wise, not gotten the most, but he's really doing more than enough for his team and finding these assists and pickoffs. But as you had mentioned, the Alchemist is getting very close to this Octarine core. Roche is up. No team has scouted it yet. So even after they were, pressuring top, and bottom, all that stuff, Roche was not even considered for either of these teams, including Radiant. Okay.
Are you ever playing a pub and you're like, you see this? Oh, well, actually, Mushi.
Slithering Crush comes out. Sunstrike. Actually, RP to come in onto 2. They were ready for it. The Alk's going to TP in as well. Skewer out. Shiva's Guard is there. Great turnaround. A greedy, aggressive play from Geek Fam, trying to get that kill. They won't lose the Slaughter, thankfully, so it's not even that much. But that does give the Luna some pretty good farm with the Hurricane Puck now coming out. Man, that's crazy. That was an aggressive play. They just didn't have the damage to bring her down.
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't quite find it, and at least they're close to Roche. Maybe they can lock this on down.
Yeah. Easier said than done without the Doom.
I was going to say, I feel like, have you ever played a game where you see this enemy pick up this item when you're playing, like, you're, like, worried. You're, like, you're this Earth Spirit, and you're like, oh, man, this Invoker gets BKB. It's like, I already have this Life Stealer I'm trying to kill, and this Invoker's going to be so hard to deal with. And then you see this Linken's come out, and, like, your morale just, like, goes through the roof.
It's like, and that happens
so
like,
often, why
too.
did he buy Linken's? I'm gonna own this guy now. I'm going to be so good.
They're building in some ridiculous item, and you're just like, why? You're like a PA, and you're like, they're building MKB, dear God. Blinks, Slithering Crush Boost is going to get caught. Infest out as well. Sunstrike, the Eclipse will come through, but they blow him away. And Roger trying to get out now as well. KYXY's there. Shockwave will come through. Good boulder smash. No race for this Life Stealer. He is actually in trouble here. The Weave is going to come out. They have the Grave ready from 10-10, but he's pretty far back.
Do they, though?
Yeah, that's the question. The Winter's Curse comes in. They're looking for the Tornado. They're getting it off. Xanax pops the Rage. They get the Shiva's Guard. Ninja Boogie about to fall. Tornado, and that Mantis Cell saving him only for a moment as he gets doomed up. Bimbo will fall. 4 dead. And it was all bait.
That was cleverly crafted. No, very quick mobility. Getting across the map there. Teehee, look, he's invincible. He's going to buy a BKB now anyway, so there you go. So, he didn't have to use his Linken Sphere
so
yet.
AU's like, man, we got this. And now he sees the BKB, like the first item is going to get picked up, and they'll be just like, damn it.
Yeah.
But
fuck.
This is actually going to be Geek Fam taking a full set of racks. That's what happens when you take a fight right close to your base after pushing it. Rage TP from Psionics, successful. And, well, Trent, I'm glad.
Can I get a? Oh my God! Are you serious?
What?
There was a regen, right?
No. Psionics is just like, yes, thank you very much.
I was just thinking, like, he's sitting there, like, can I get someone to pop this Roche Link in so I can open wounds? And there's just this regen, and he's like, haha.
Just kidding. Debated. Psionics is gonna go ahead and go to work. It's Roche. Man, that just turned so poorly, so quickly. I mean, it's only like a 7,000 net worth advantage for Geek Fam, and then all of a sudden, boom. Fight like that happens, and I don't want to say that you've essentially lost, but, well, it's not great. And, yeah, the BKB's up for the Invoker. He actually is immortal, unless he gets RP'd. And even then, I don't think they have the right-click damage to deal with him. Oh, man. I gotta say, the SNY purchase for Psionics has done a great job. The main procs have been there when they needed them. You know?
Yeah, they, it's hard to man up against this guy, too. What is it now, 40%? God damn.
Oh, yeah. That's
Pretty sick.
actually insane. It's pretty... Might as well be 50%. It's like... more than 1 in 3 times you're gonna get a main proc. You have an AC, so you attack pretty speedily as well. Yeah, they have actually no way to deal with this. I don't think. Do they? But they have a Force Staff and a Hurricane Plague to kite the Life Stealer, but that's all they have, in fact.
I wonder if S and Y will ever get buffed enough that it'll be good on ranged heroes.
Doubtful.
Yeah, it seems pretty doubtful. I don't know. I don't know what percent it would have to be. It would probably have to be like 20% or something in terms of like the slow and the attack slow. Like 20% movement speed, 20 attack slow.
Other items that are better given the circumstances.
You know what item we really need back? We need a serious campaign for Mask of Madness, guys.
Oh yeah, I love that item.
That item's dead.
I love that item.
Has there ever been an
now.
item that is so dead?
It's just that silence. Nobody wants that item.
I thought it was gonna be so good with like Sven and stuff, but it just doesn't
like,
quite
no.
work. Like even there were some fun heroes to build it on too before the silence. Like we see like Mask of Madness. Spectre was pretty cool. I was a fan of that. Of course, we had the Mom Jug phase, but that was back in like
I remember
6.83-esque era around like Ho Ho Ha Ha and stuff.
Mom Jug phase. I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, and remember it was all stats too. Like you didn't even.
Yes,
you got 1 in spin. Oh my god, what a time to be alive!
Doom
guys.
comes out into Mushi. Good luck. He has no team here. Sunstrikes come out. Hits beautifully.
Nice hit.
I do not know if they can get the skill. He's level 3 Doom. They're going to find Ninja Boogie in the meantime down bottom, and now they're still fighting. Bimbo is like, please do not kill me. Great RP to come out onto 2. The Empower is there. Satix is still so tanky. They get off the Tornado. That'll hit up onto the Alchemist. They pop the BKB. There's the Cold Stab coming out as well. They've got the Slithering Crush, the Deafening Blast on to the high ground, and he's going to stun himself momentarily.
Wait, but... Oh, no, they have a ward.
The
All
Chemical
right, nice.
Rage is still doing a fair... Oh, that Manta to the low ground. Is it enough? Do they have open wounds? 2 seconds.
Oh, my
is he
God.
actually going to get out of his great rage, though, and Seatix is going to go toe-to-toe and should get the kill. Seatix is there to clean things up, and AU will fall next, it looks like. 4 dead.
If he didn't get that bash, I think he might have lived there. That was some sick toggling.
Yeah, it was nifty.
Played very well with the Manta and the toggle.
So close to actually living. Also, by the way, guess who's just pushing bottom? KYXY is like, well, we lost the fight. Time to clear out the creep wave. But this is... we might see some buybacks forced here for the Alchemist. Otherwise, they might lose a tier 3. Although it is like a 3 versus 2 right now. The Dazzle just respawning. So I don't know if they're actually in that much trouble. Well, considering they lost the
they're
fight,
definitely
they
going to poke and prod, though.
Yeah, they for sure will. And, the amount of right-click damage the Lifestealer does, they can push pretty quickly with this. And there it is. Buyback forced without even them having to go high ground and commit to something. They just want to push him back at this point. They also want to get the farm, too, for Bimbo. Lucid Beam coming out. Psionics has to rage up, and open wounds coming through. He has the infest. He also has Aegis. Bimbo about to stun himself again. Is it going to be a diagram back? What a cold embrace. The Sunstrike is there, and that gets the kill. Teehee secures it. Is a dieback now coming here for the Alchemist. Skewer back, however, and Velo as well as the Lifestealer in a lot of trouble. Meatball drop down the EMP. Teehee comes in and blows everybody away. Ninja Boogie about to get caught an ultra kill for this Invoker. What a manly fight there. And guess what, Trent? Our first Alchemist loss of this tournament, and it's by Mineski, and a must-win for Geek Fam.
Geek Fam. Yeah, that's right. This was a must-win. I want them to keep themselves in it, so very well played. So happy to see it happen. The magic of actually beating Doom. So a little bit of minus armor, of course, one of the bigger weaknesses to the hero. Just some good group up action. Yes, they delayed a little bit with the Midases, but they closed a already pretty small window just a little bit. Up against an Alchemist, and they still hit it. So very, very well executed. Maybe Mineski kicking themselves on like the Sunstrike coming through. Pretty late Invoker pick, honestly, with the opener of Slardar Lifestealer. Pretty often see that ban in the second phase. I'm sure Geek Fan were pleased to have that, especially with Teehee Invoker. Plays it very well.
Yeah.
And then the Luna, surprising pick, and didn't seem to quite get the mileage they were hoping for. Didn't really zone the Doom at a lane. Wasn't really able to farm very well. Maybe hoping that they get a little bit later, and that would be enough for them. But I have to see where we land in game number 2.
What a primo draft coming out from Geek Fam there. Great team play. This is what we've been expecting from Geek Fam since the beginning of this tournament. They're finally stepping up, and at a crucial point as well. Mineski now 0-1 in this particular series. It's a 2-game series, and again, Geek Fam, a must-win game for them in game number 2 as well. In fact, in all of the games they play today. So with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll jump into game number 2 as it's right around the corner. Thanks so much for watching, guys, here on moonducktv, and we'll see you guys shortly.